Hey guys, it's Comic Uno. Today I'm doing Green Lantern issue 1. So let's talk about the cover first. I enjoyed the cover. I love the art for it and the greens, which I always love about Green Lantern. But the one thing I was disappointed about, I would say, is Sinestro is the only one on the cover. I'm like, is this whole series going to be just about Sinestro? Because there's so many characters from the last Green Lantern series I wanted to see, like Carol Ferris, Hal Jordan, see what happened after the War of Green Lantern. And I was also upset to see, maybe since it's the DC reboot, will we see what happens after the War of Green Lantern? Yes, we had that whole 2 issues of the aftermath of the War of Green Lantern, but I didn't think it explained too much. It didn't explain much about Hal Jordan. It didn't really explain too much about Carol Ferris, or those are my 2 favorite characters from the Green Lantern series. So I want to see more about them. So let's see if we learn more about them, and if it was a good series, and if it was only Sinestro in this series. Let's see. Let's talk about the story. Sinestro is saying, alright, it's a mistake that you guys gave me this Green Lantern ring. I don't want it. And they say, no, you deserve it. You're going to keep it. And he says, whatever. So he goes, flies off. Then we get to see Hal, and he's struggling with bills and whatever because he's been off planet for so long. He has to get in the groove of things back of real life. So, and him and, well, again, we're going the War of Green Lantern. We're going after the War of Green Lantern. Hal Jordan's not Green Lantern anymore. So he's struggling with that. So he's still trying to be a hero, though. So even when they're trying to film a movie across the street, he's like, I'll save you. It was filming, so he has to end up in jail. Carol Ferris picks him up and says, oh, you gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop trying to be Green Lantern. It's over. I haven't even put my ring on since the War of Green Lantern. So you have to try to live real life. He says, all right, whatever, I'll try. And now Sinestro meets up with his old crew from his corps, and he abolishes the Sinestro ring. So we'll have to see what happens there. I think he's trying to destroy the Sinestro Corps. Who knows? Since he's a Green Lantern again. Now Hal is at a restaurant with Carol, and they're talking, and Carol thinks for some reason, oh, is he gonna propose? What's gonna happen here? We've been through a lot. But Hal says, can I ask you a favor? And Carol's like, oh, what is it? Can you co-sign my car? And she's like, what? What's going on? Cal, I'm leaving. So Carol leaves in our car and leaves Hal to walk home. And now Sinestro comes in the end of the issue. Sinestro comes to his house and says, I need your help. And I'm going to get you your ring back if you help me. And that's the end of the issue. So I love this issue. I thought it was a great issue. I think it was the best issue I read for the week. I did not expect Green Lantern to be that great. I thought it was going to be all about Sinestro. But we brought characters from the Green Lantern story that we loved, and we're getting to see their story, even though they might not be a Green Lantern anymore. Hal Jordan, he's not a Green Lantern anymore, but we're getting to see his story and how maybe he'll become Green Lantern again by helping Sinestro. And we get to see Carol Ferris. She's always loved Hal Jordan. What's going to happen with this? Since Hal Jordan's not a Green Lantern, could they get into a relationship? Is Carol going to be Star Sapphire? Because in the War of Green Lantern, she said, I don't know if I should do it anymore. So we'll have to see that. I think Carol's going to have to save Hal from whatever mess he's going to get into. So I think she'll put the ring back on. And so we just got a lot of stuff from War of Green Lantern, which I didn't expect because of the DC reboot. So I'm glad we're continuing that story, and I'm guessing that's what they're saying about how some stories are going to be continued for even though DC reboot's happening. Because this is not really like a reboot. I guess kind of it is because Sinestro's Green Lantern again, but we're really just continuing from where we started off. And I'm so excited to see what happens next, and I hope we get to see these 3 characters all the time in each issue, because I think they bring a really good story, and I hope we get to see Carol, Sinestro, and Hal, because like I said, I think they'll make the series great. And I can't wait to see what happens with this whole entire story. And of course, I love the art and everything. Great, even though it's not all green like it usually is, which I always love, there's some green in here, and like everything's, I think, is perfect for the art. So I always love the art for this. And great series, great issue. Can't wait for the next one. And I say pick this issue up. 5 stars in my opinion. And if you don't like Green Lantern, if you never read Green Lantern, try it out. I think you'll really like it. And like I said, the reboot is always trying to go on a whim, trying out things you haven't read before if you're a current reader, if you've always been a reader. And for new readers who haven't even read comic books, it's great to try out new series. And I think you'll like Green Lantern if you haven't read Green Lantern yet. Alright, so this was Comic Uno, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys. Pick it up.